heart of gold, but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Well, good evening, everybody. I hope everyone is doing fine. And let's just go and say hello to everyone in chat. And obviously we want to make sure that I get everything right. And obviously Roy was first here, so good evening, Roy. Hi, Linda, Sienna, Squid, how you doing? Kim, Silent But Deadly, Tammy, Texas Alien. Who else have we got? Blue Amaryllis, good to see you. Tammy, mentioned you already. Sienna definitely mentioned. Moosey Lady, your jock git. Squid, oh, you're going to like this one. Who else have we got? Ammo Girl, hi, how you doing? Kirby, good to see you. What else have we got? Who else have we got? Who have I missed? Who? Kim, hi. Mentioned you already, Tammy. Kirby, got you. And Face says it all. Greta, hi, my darling. Sienna, right, okay, now tonight is going to be a very interesting one because we're going to do some analytic research and investigation. Now, I'm learning in regards of YouTube, and I'm getting help from. I've had help from a couple of people and advice, input, and stuff, and I'm doing research now. Now, um, just so you know, hi, living life. Now, to the moderators who are in here, if obviously if you've got any other tonight, excuse me, excuse me. Tonight, I would like the moderators to post links to other creators tonight. Okay, and there's a reason for it, because I think that, you know, especially my pretty Mushy lady, living life, squid, you know, and I'll explain later. But tonight's going to be an interesting one, and as you've noticed, I have used hashtags. My volume is low. My volume is low. My volume is low. How's it now? Is it better for you? Right. Anyway, so I'm gonna go Squid. If you guys want to post links to any creators that have come into the stream, feel free to do so. You can plug your own as well, Squid, and you can do that with anyway. So, and also, just before we get into this, if you look at the top, I have posted a link to my excuse me, gaming account, and you're more than welcome to go and give it a subscribe. 1 second, please. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that and I didn't mute my mic. I am so sorry. Oh god, I feel like shit right now. I do apologize if that's made you feel sick. I do apologize. Just I am so sorry for that. Actual fact, bear with me a sec. Yeah, not. Yeah. Anyway, right. Let me get back on track. I've derailed myself. Okay. Right. Okay. So, hi, Joey. Welcome to stream, Joanne. Welcome to stream. And again, I apologize for the sound effects. At least Bruce Matskin won't be unhappy about that. Anyway, right. So, yes, I have. I'm separating my games from this, but I will also once in a while go live here doing some gaming. Now, as you've probably noticed, I am sort of like learning about thumbnails and stuff like that. I don't like thumbnail. I don't like clickbait, so I'm putting it as it is. Furthermore, you know that I am here for 3 reasons: the facts, the truth, and the evidence. Okay, I don't care what your opinion is about me. I really don't care if you hate me. I don't care if you take a picture of my that what you're seeing right now and have it on a dartboard or on a target. I really don't care, because to be honest with you, I care more about sitting on my throne and having a dump than I care about people's opinions about me. If I want your opinion about me, I will give it to you, and I assure you, when you do get it, you will be getting it both barrels. However, saying that, okay, is I try to always make sure that I have facts and proof. My integrity and my ethics will stop me from just sitting here saying shit. That's not true. Because there's already too many people out there who just sit on a platform and flap their gums and never, ever show factual proof. And when they do, it's fabricated or they make shit up. Or they bounce off each other, enable each other, and it's ridiculous. However, someone said to me the other day, I think you need to go and check out the crampons. And I was like, why? because I haven't, to be honest with you, I don't pay that much attention. I just go by, some stuff. I keep an eye on what's going on. I keep myself updated in that. Now, one thing I do, I sit back and I watch from a distance, and you all know that. And I'm a type of person, if I see a discrepancy, right, I will make absolutely sure. Now, I can tell you right now that multiple people have slipped up in so many different ways. It is fucking humor. It is absolutely hilarious. Now, I'm not a vindictive person, but what I am is I prefer to learn. And if I make mistakes, I like people to say, like, if Squid says, "Oh, by the way, you've done that wrong," or Missy says, "I've done that wrong," and I'll go, "Okay, what have I done wrong? And can you show me the right way?" And I will listen, and I will continue to ask them questions until I understand what I'm doing. Because don't forget, not everyone is good at doing stuff. So I have learned, after doing some research, after starting my gaming channel, is to do research of, how to use keywords, tags, and hashtags and stuff like that. But tonight is different. Tonight I have, for the first time, used hashtags directed solely to this topic that's going to be covered tonight. I have also used AI to help me understand, give me explanations and stuff like that. Because let's be honest, right? Not everyone is a whiz kid. Not everyone is related to Alfred Einstein. Nein, we are not related to him. Nein. Okay, so I have used AI. I have used different AIs to get as close as possible to the answer that I am seeking. So tonight you are going to hear these answers. And when I do streams like this, I don't piss about, I don't mess about. And there's a possibility that I will, when I start getting into it, I may ignore chat. It doesn't mean I'm ignoring you guys. It means that I'm concentrating on site. Now, I want you to sit back. I want you to have an open mind. I want you to understand that this here, okay, is for educational purposes. And to make sure that everyone understands what this live stream tonight is about, I'm here going to give you a disclaimer. This live stream is for commentary, educational, constructive criticism, and journalistic discussions purposes only. It does not constitute legal advice or factual allegations. The views expressed are opinions and interpretations of public available information. And if everyone has understood and heard that, please hit a thumbs up. Okay, and don't forget to hit the like button. Now, like I said, I am not a vindictive person unless you push it over the line. And then the word vindictive in the dictionary, you'll see my face with a big fucking grin on my going. But anyway, this is not about being vindictive. This is about being factual. This is about pointing out discrepancies. For example, what I want you guys to do right now, and I want you to get a pen and paper, and I want you to write down the 7th of November, 2025, from the beginning up to 46 minutes. And then put a line underneath that, and then I want you to write down the 9th of the 11th, 2025. Okay, the first one is going to be called Where is Waldo? The second one is Saturday whatever lessons. And both of these streams are by the Crampons. And I do hope, I'm going to try to not swear as much. You know that I swear, and I do apologize, but what I want to do, I want you to pay attention to what's going to be said tonight. And I do hope, I really, really do hope that WhatTheHales or someone associated to WhatTheHales, close, like Deanna or Travis or anyone sees this stream tonight and get him to watch this stream. I don't want any clout from him. I don't want any acknowledgement from him. I don't want anything from him, from anybody. But I want him to hear someone who doesn't live in the States, doesn't live there day in, day out, and doesn't know the law over there, as someone from the planet Earth, from the world. Because I'm not the only one who is a fan, right? I want... There's hundreds of thousands. He's But anyway, we digress. So the other day, I decided to write this. Please analyze what is said in the first 46 minutes of this video and make a narrative of what could be considered libel, defamation, slander, and any other legal issues arise out of them. Also include the possibility that the people saying this may be delusional and have shown no factual proof of their statements they are making. Please write in a format for me to use in a live podcast for topic segments on a live stream. And that's what I asked AI to do. Okay. Now, this is from the 7th. This is Where's Waldo? All right. And what I got was this: the summary for the podcast use. All right. The summary for the podcast use: legal concerns and documentary on Where's Waldo, first 46 minutes. Disclaimer: this analysis is for commentary and educational purposes only, and I've already gave you the disclaimer. Right. Now, in the first 46 minutes, because that's all I had the ability to watch, because I just can't. The 7th of November and the 9th of November. And the 7th of November is the first 46 minutes, and the 9th is the 38 minutes. Anyway, so let's unpack the whole of let's unpack a whole lot of speculation, accusations, eyebrow raising commentary. Because I'll tell you one thing, I was like, say what? What did you just say? Now, here is a person involved in a federal court case, right? Who has over the last 15 months, probably even longer, character assassinated and spread disinformation and God knows what over Jeremy Hales. Now, I'm not saying Jeremy Hales is perfect. He's no angel. He's a human being, just like everyone else. But the crap that was said. Now, this is all about. This is about Luscious Lips or Leslie or whatever her name is. Now, here's one thing I want to point out. Excuse me, I'm sorry for the coughing. One thing I want to point out. I've noticed a lot of people have started copying certain terminologies that I use. I don't mind. I don't care. Hi, Joey. I've seen you. I don't mind and I don't care. Now, the fact that the matter that these people are using the terminologies that I've used over the past 2 years, whatever. All right. It's like they can't find their own wording for stuff. So what they'll do, they'll use, because it sounds good. And the terminology pattern of behavior has been used quite a lot. And funny enough, the pattern of behavior of the crampon, Lisa, right, is shocking to say the least. And the behavior, the fact that she sits on her platform and goes to other platforms. Like tonight, I watched the first 38 minutes of Saturday night lessons or seasons or whatever, and there was a lady on there, and she basically played devil's advocate. And you know what? Kudos to you, madam. Kudos to you that you actually threw a spanner in the works and actually told Lisa she was wrong, right? And it did knock the wind out of Lisa for a little bit. And kudos to you for actually playing devil's advocate, because at the end of the day, okay, what the allegations that were made are quite serious. And this is why I involved AI, because obviously I'm not going to contact her. I've got friends over in the States. One's a cop and the other one's a lawyer. And I could have asked them, but I don't want to bother them with this shit all the time. So I used AI. Okay. So there's no hiding behind the fact that, so before people, okay, no problem, Squid. Now, I'm not, at the end of the day, I'm not going to hide from that fact. This is probably the first time properly that I've really invested in the research and then asked AI programs to help. Now, we know that AI cannot always be perfect and could be, and also right. However, take that with a pinch of salt. Let's just go through this. And at the end of the day, you make your own mind up. All right. Now, here's one thing that I am going to say. I am very, very, very disappointed in YouTube that they actually allow this stuff to actually be said. And I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about them. The fact that this individual is in a legal process, all right, the fact that these, like Robbie, her, two individuals are involved in a federal legal case, still sit on a platform and still do what they're doing. And they haven't been legally stopped. Now, as you can see in one of the hashtags, you've got freedom of speech. But we'll come on to that later on in this. Now, defamation, the potential legal red flags about what was said. Multiple statements made in the stream appear to accuse individuals of serious misconduct without presenting. Excuse me a second. Without presenting any verifiable evidence. And this is not the first time, right? A lot of people do this. I know a lot of people go into different streams and they come here, and you know what? I've never had a problem with that, right? But when I actually point something out, I've got facts, and the reason I've gave you the dates and the times to go and watch is because that is the proof. That's the factual proof you need. You got the time, you got the dates, you got the location, and that's all you need. Right. Anyway, where was I? Variable evidence. These include claims of criminal behavior, moral failings, and malicious intent, all of which, if false, could meet the threshold of defamation, written or slander, spoken. Legal risk. If the individuals named are private citizens and the statements are untrue, this could be grounds of defamation lawsuit. Now, let me just make something very clear. If there is an investigation by the police or anyone else, right, the police will ask questions, but they will not discuss the investigation until they've got all the facts and the evidence together. However, you've got an individual sitting on their platform making statements and saying, and I quote, the police are investigating it, unquote. Now, if the police are investigating it, what does that have to do with anything with you? Just because you are associated with the individual or you are friends with an individual does not make you the mouthpiece or give you the legal or the rights to go onto a public platform like YouTube for the world to see and make statements towards an individual that you are in court with, and then use the word slander, harassment, defamation, and God knows what else to get the effects that you want. I mean, don't you think it's bad enough, Lisa, that you've been attacking this person, right, for so long and made so many false accusations and so many? I mean, it's like you seriously need to shut up. You need to stop talking. You need to change your content, and you need to start knitting or painting or something like that. Because I tell you one thing, you are digging a hole so deep. Okay, even miners in Australia probably would employ you as a technical advisor how to dig holes. But we continue. Libel by implication. Even when not naming someone directly, insinuating criminal or unethical behavior through context or accusations. Associations can still be considered libels. Phrases like, we all know who we're talking about, or certain people, followed by a damaging claim, may be actionable if the claims are proven to be untrue. Harassment and targeted commentary. The tone and repetition of certain claims may cross into online harassment, especially if the same individuals are repeatedly targeted across multiple streams. Patterned behavior, such as using multiple platforms to spread the same narrative, can be used as evidence to intent to harass. Now, obviously, we do know that that's one thing you are definitely guilty for, because I mean, like, you've got, what is it, Rumble, you've got Facebook, you got quite a few sites. I mean, hell, you even had a website, where your legal team and you were as PR. Remember that one? Now, I could go, I'm going to come to the reason why all this, because I've got two different variations, and I want you guys to hear both. Segment 3, delusions and misinformation, lack of evidence throughout the first 46 minutes. No factual documentation or sources are provided to support the more serious claims. Now, that also includes the person you were talking about, Leslie. You name bombed her like if it was a new hobby. Assertions are often framed as common knowledge or obvious truth, which does not meet any standard of proof. Just your word alone doesn't mean it's proof. Okay. Possible delusional framing. Some statements reflect paranoia, conspiratorial thinking, or grandiose assumptions about influence and control. This raises the questions: are the speakers deliberately misleading, or are they genuinely convinced of their own narrative? Wow, that's a very interesting comment. Now, I'll read that one out. This raises the questions: are the speakers deliberately misleading, or are they genuinely convinced of their own narrative? Now, here's the thing: what you have to understand is that when I come and give you the reason why I did this research, maybe some people will actually understand and see the puzzle coming together. Like I said, I usually step back and I sit in the back and I watch and I pay attention. All right? And there's certain things, people, we're human beings. We make mistakes. We always make mistakes. Some mistakes are genuine mistakes. Some mistakes are because we're not remembering the narrative or remembering what we want to say. And then you've got some people who've got brains of goldfish, the 3-second rule. But we'll come to that point in a minute. Right. Now, the educational moment, what counts as defamation? Quick. Now, I am not a lawyer, and this is not legal advice. I know, Roy. All right. Okay, so I've already gave you the disclaimer. I am not a lawyer. I know a little bit about law, but I'm not going to be giving any advice or anything. This is me just doing research. Quick legal primer for viewers. This is for you guys. Defamation, false statement plus published to others causes harm, plus made without the adequate research into the truth. Public figures must prove actual malice, knowledge, the falsity, or reckless disregard for the truth. The burden of truth means that it's up to you to prove that your statements are true to the fact. And the fact that you can prove what you say. Now, here's the thing. Private individuals only need to show negligence. And, yeah. Lisa, you're not that private, are you? So I thought, okay, then. I'm going to try, because obviously AI is not always perfect, and we know that. And even Google's not perfect. Excuse me. And obviously, that, I don't live in the States, so I don't know that much about American law. Well, I've learned quite a bit since I've been following this crap. Now, you take notes. I don't know. Yeah, you take notes. Now, here's the thing. I have, from day one, always pointed out that your own words could and will come back to bite you in the ass. Because the thing is, but some people do have brains of gold, you literally got a brain of a goldfish. It's like, oh, hi, blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait, where am I? Oh, hi. You know what I mean? It's one of those. Now, I decided, because I didn't want, I wanted to make absolutely sure, I wanted to get multiple different versions of research. And that's what I do. And it doesn't take me that long. And I took exactly the same question I asked for one, and I gave it to the other one. And this is what I got. Let's see if I can find it. And it was quite strange. I don't even know how to put this across. The fact that this individual, that the Crampon sat on her platform with other people, and Robbie Swamp Lizard joined her afterwards, okay, and didn't even know what they were talking about. And the best part was, this is why I gave you two videos to go and watch. The first 38 minutes on one and 46 minutes on the other. On the 7th of November, the stream is called Where's Waldo? Lisa was talking about someone contacting a school, phoning up a school, okay, and sending emails to 247 people or whatever. But the thing is, there's no factual proof. And they're going on saying, oh, we done research. Oh, we got contacts. Oh, we did this, we did that. And here's the thing. Do you seriously, in any shape or form, may it be in the reality of now or in your little world of fantasy, that Jeremy Hales would have done what you've accused him of doing? Just because someone said, hey, my name's Jeremy Hales. Just because of that. The fact that you've got burden of proof, the fact that you said it without any factual proof or evidence whatsoever, has probably put you in such a legal binding right now that your grandchildren are going to still feel the legal repercussions of this. Because over in America, you guys, you do sue a lot. But the fact that you are a defendant in a federal case, and you've been served in a said case, and then you sit on your platform and make accusations, and then you go, oh, no, we're not accusations, allegedly speculation. You stated factually, you made it categorically that people would tattoo on their, I nearly swore it, on their forehead, that it was Jeremy, and you were blaming him. And accusing him of contacting that educational site. The fact that this was already discussed. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The fact that you've accused Jeremy Hales of doing this. Roy, Linda, David, Tammy, Lynn, any of Joey, anybody in this stream right now could call anybody from a payphone or from a burner phone or from anything and say, hey, I am Einstein. I am Albert Einstein. I would like to talk to your top scientist, please, because I have found the way to go back into time or go into the future, yeah? And I would like you to contact me on this number. And I will email. And you can go into a library. You can go into a cyber cafe and set up a freaking email address, multiple email addresses, and send emails. Where's the burden of proof? Where is your evidence? But no. Hi, Eric. But no, you sit on your freaking platform and make false accusations. And the fact I put this through multiple different AI programs and every single one came up with, you are digging a hole legally. You've made an accusation. And just this is the whole point about you, Lisa, right? You and Swamp Lizard sit there and you lie through your teeth. God, it's so hard not to swear. You lie through your teeth on a daily basis and then you laugh like a small 10-year-old. That's a nervous laughter. And every time you lie, you laugh. You do that little laughter. But when you actually say something that's true, which is factual actually, right, you don't. Anyone else notice that ever? Has anyone ever noticed that? No? Okay. But the fact that you sit there, then you make false accusations about, everything. Now, here's the thing. Perfect example. Roy just made a comment because I'm not the only one who's been watching this unfold. Okay? Principal was contacted and said he was unaware of any of this and school was not on lockdown. Okay? Now, the fact that you're accusing Jeremy Hales of contacting that, it could have been anyone, but you have no proof. So what do? You accuse him. Have a guess what? That's defamation and slander. So you better get yourself a lawyer because I don't think Jeremy Hales is going to put up with this. Right? It's bad enough that you character assassinated and God knows what else and grifted off people, lied to people. And everything else that you've done over the last year plus. And now you're grifting again for Christmas. Don't you think you need to get your stuff together? Because the thing is, you're slipping up really badly. But then you backtrack. And it's like, oh yeah, I think I've been caught in a lie. I need to backtrack. The 9th. Yesterday's stream. Yesterday. Not 2 days, not even 24 hours after the last stream, you backtrack, and then you got your little swamp lizard in there, and and I watched the first 38 minutes of that, and you know what? I have to give a woman who was on your platform, I have to give that woman a bit of kudos. Because she actually made a statement. She went, "Oh, well, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Oh, actually, fact, Jeremy Hales was on scissors, and these are the words that she said. And he said that he wasn't him because he was busy." Do you seriously think? For one iota, that Jeremy Hales would jeopardize this case, these federal cases, by doing something so freaking ridiculous and stupid? And considering that it's from, that this situation revolves around you and the WhatTheHales ecosystem and Leslie, I don't believe a freaking word that comes out of your mouth. I don't believe anything that comes out. I can't even fucking listen to you talk anyway. But the fact that I actually sit there for 38 minutes and also for 46 minutes, I should be given a Congress Medal of Honor. I should be given the highest honor given to a human being. And anyone who does listen to you should be given the highest honor a human being can receive on this planet. The fact that you actually sat there and accused, and then you backtrack, but you still accuse. In 2 freaking streams, you've sat on your platform and you've accused Jeremy House. Now, listen, I don't agree with some stuff that Jeremy does and says. But I tell you one thing, he's a human being. And the fact that you mock these people, why don't you take a bloody good look in the mirror about yourself? Why don't you go into the bathroom, turn that light on, and look in that mirror? And obviously, if you can't see a reflection, because that's what you are, you're a freaking vampire. You suck the lifeblood out of anything. I'm surprised that when you walk through a tree line or you walk over grass, it doesn't die away behind you. Because you will suck the energy and the life and the essence out of anything. Now, all this is your own doing. Oh, I forgot to put the streams up. I do apologize. I forgot to put the pictures up. Right? The fact that you sit on your platform and you make an accusation that legally can get you, I mean, you're already in enough trouble as it is. You're already in the legal issues. You've already got enough problems as it is. The fact that you've now just went and gone, oh, hang on a minute, I'm going to dig this hole a little bit deeper. So my question to you, and actual fact, no. My question to the people who've clammed onto you, or you've clammed onto these individuals. Now, I am not going to name them because they were respectful when I spoke to them, when I went into their stream after they were naming me. And I went in there and I didn't, it wasn't a confrontation. It was like, right, here I am, got something to say, I'm here. And I've done that to everybody. I'm right here. Got anything to say? I'm here. And it was a very cordial conversation. There was no disrespecting each other. There was no rudeness. It was very cordial, and both parties left in a very cordial way. And I've got a lot of respect for them. That's why you don't hear me mention them anymore, because I actually genuinely show people respect if they show me respect. And I'll be very, very honest with you. The only thing that disappoints me about these individuals is that they associate themselves with Lisa, knowing full well that Lisa sits on her platform and lies through her teeth. And she's not the only one. And unfortunately, you're going to get that guilty by association. But I'm trying to avoid that by saying, hey, look, this individual sat on that platform, right, and actually went, hey, I'm going to play devil's advocate here right now. All right. In fact, actual fact, Jeremy was on Shizzy's and said this, this, and this. And that I respect. I respect that. Because to actually, like, I mean, knowing Lisa, I mean, come on, let's be honest. I mean, I hit the nail on the head when I turned around and said, have you noticed that people are not appearing on her platform anymore? And the reason being is like that people are distancing themselves from each other because they know that they're in trouble legally. And here's the thing: the fact that you sat on your platform on the 9th in those 38 minutes, and you said you had people, you've got your own people who done some checks. There's other people who've said that type of commentary. You know, that's you're on borderline, right? Borderline. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble, because what you're insinuating is that you've got people doing background checks or doing illegal, and I'm saying this allegedly, speculative checks online. That's like being a blind, deaf Chinese broom sweeper walking through a minefield that was created in an island. On the top of the morning, you. Yeah, so it's you are definitely. All right now, my darling Texas. I hope everything is going fine, and I hope you got your I hope that you got your roof sorted. But yeah, next time I'm live, Texas. All right, just hit me up and let me know what's going on. Yeah. All right, but you go and have a nice night, and you be good, right? Lots of love, lots of hugs, Texas, and you be good, yeah? Now, going back to the next point I want to make, right? Hang on a minute. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, got it. Yeah, I'm back. Right. Now, it's all good and fine. It's all good and fine if you had proof. Now, here's the thing. One thing you now have to understand is that Jeremy Hales can now legally go to his lawyer. The fact that you actually put his lawyer down, and the fact that you accuse him of God knows what as well. But you guys, you've got the dates, you got the times, you know what to go and look for, and if you turn around to me and say, "Oh, I didn't find anything," no, really, then I'll go and check, and if I can't see it, I can tell you right now that I will tell you if they've edited it or not. I'm not going to waste any of my time, right? Screen clipping what they say. Because at the end of the day, I personally think that's already been downloaded and copied and kept, and, filed under doing stupid things. But oh my God, oh yeah. The thing here's the problem that you've now got. Okay, Jeremy Hales can now go to his lawyer and say, right, I want legal action taken against Leslie, the police department, the school headmaster, and anyone involved in this, because my name is being defamed. Right? He will then contact the police and put in a report, right, against false allegations. The police will then, and he doesn't have to do it from Florida, he can do it from Ohio. Right? And the police will then have to communicate with each other. And I tell you one thing, the first word where it's like, oh, no, because they have the burden of proof to prove that the accusations and allegations, right? And it's, if you've noticed, every single one of them try this on every couple of weeks, every couple of months. They will try to make an allegation against Jeremy Hales to try to, scare him or something like that. It's really strange that these people still, if you're going to pull yourself away from this and you're not going to get involved anymore, why are you talking to some toothless freaking idiot who has nothing better to do than sit in her little room or garage playing with plastic crystals and flapping her gums, who has probably got probably less intelligence than a slug or a snail or some sort of slimy thing, right? Because at the end of the day, anyone in their right freaking mind, if you had proof of something that someone did, the first place you would not be talking about it would be on a freaking YouTube platform. Because you would be getting your facts together, you would be getting the evidence together, and the first thing that would come out would be a video. Because that's where you have more control over the narrative. That means you can actually take your time and put in your comments, put in your evidence, and show people a trail of actions that have taken place. But then, only 2 days after you make these accusations, you try to backtrack, but then again contradict yourself. And the hypocrisy is just absolutely breathtaking. I think that you should teach that, because you are one of the best hypocrites I have. You're not the only one. There's quite a few hypocrites, but boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, you're good. You are good. And the thing is, it takes you 3.5, nearly 4 hours to talk about this. And I've only been at this 51 minutes and I'm now done. I've done. I've now completed what I needed to say. Go figure. Isn't it weird? Now, if say, for example, my Pretty or Squid or both or Eric or anyone else was sitting here, obviously we would be going in depth and talking about it, because you have different thoughts, different people have different insights of stuff like this. The fact that you got Mr. Oh, I'm scared of blue tape. Oh, blue tape. Right? You got him sitting there going, oh yeah. And you still got people who are dumb enough to believe anything that comes out of your mouth, which is absolutely unbelievable. But then again, nothing surprises me now with people who are involved in all this. It doesn't, it just shows you what type of people you're dealing with. The fact that, that's me. Breaking news, we already got that. Now, one thing I want you guys to remember, right? These two words here. Yes, that's actually important. I was going to come on to that in a minute. All right. The most important words is allegedly and speculative, because the thing is, if you're going to make accusations and you not make accusations, but say things, unless you've got 100% proof, you need to, it needs to be alleged or speculative, or you need to state that. But you are 100% for 100%. Okay, we're making accusations. Now, one thing I do want to say, yes, we had a remembrance parade yesterday, and it was absolutely fantastic. Even though I was a few minutes, but I went to a few, and then came back and then spoke to a couple of friends online. Eric, you're the first. You are the first person. The first person to notice that. I do this deliberately. You know that, don't you? You know that, like, you're the first person who noticed that. You're brilliant. And it's not the first time I've used that. But anyway, I'm not going to, right. No, we're not going to go to the intermission. No. But anyway, so, but obviously, you guys with the grammar police, you know what you can do. Yes, you can. And while you're there, shave it. Now, I hope that Jeremy Hells sees this video. And here's a message to Jeremy Hells. Fella, you need to contact YouTube. You need to get the legal implications of this, the accusations that they are now making, right, just over the last 48 hours is bad. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. The fact that and here's the thing, if it comes to flourishing that everything they said was untrue, they should be arrested and put in jail. The fact that they used other terminology that I am not going to repeat here, you have to go and watch it yourself. I'm not going to repeat that here. Absolutely not. The fact that they sat there on their platform and lied through their teeth like they usually do, right? And it just amazes me that YouTube allows that. there must be now enough evidence against the crampons and people with her, like Swamp Liz and everything else. There should be enough evidence now to now. And one thing I'm going to say, I don't want anyone to contact YouTube. I don't want anyone contacting anybody. You have your opinion, fine. And whatever you do outside the realms of this is up to you. But you should not at any time contact anybody. This is me giving my personal opinion, my personal constructive criticism, my commentary on actions by these individuals that are playing with their freedom. And the fact that they're allowed to do this, and the fact that they are still doing this. And then they say, oh, and you know that some of these people copy my terminology because they went, oh, they should be doing a mental evaluation. Don't you find it very interesting that now only recently they started using that terminology? Everyone should have a mental evaluation done, a psychological evaluation done. I mean, go and ask Luthman. Luthman had one done. And the response of that was in a court document, and it didn't paint him in a good picture, that's for sure. But that's beside the point. We're not talking about Mr. Magoo. We're talking about fricking the crampons. We're talking about swamp lizards. We're talking about their conduct and behavior. And yes, freedom of speech. You can, but freedom of speech doesn't justify and give you the right to lie or fabricate or make stuff up or say things without finding or having the factual proof with you. Because now you have the burden of proof to show what you said is correct. So good luck on trying to dig yourself out of this legal. I think your grandchildren's grandchildren are still going to have legal representation about this. But, from what I've been seeing over there, your legal system needs to be repaired a lot. Oh man. Right, we're going to have a quick intermission so I can go and make me a coffee. And then, but I can't find, where's that freaking song? There was a song that I had that I was given. Where is it? I shall. What? Just bear with me a second, guys. Oh, wait, no. Is it there? Ah, here we go. Right. So here's a tune that was given to me, and I think I'm going to play it tonight because I think tonight is a good night to play this tune. All right. So enjoy. And I will be right back.
From the valleys, bold and true, heart of fire, skies of blue, with a shield of courage and dreams untold, and a queen whose hand you'll forever hold. Through storm and rain, through shadows call, he stands his ground, he'll never fall. Under the red dragon sky, fights for love, they'll never die. With flocks of sheep and brothers near, they stand united year by year. He's a Spawntrooper, proud and free, fighting crime and destiny. For his queen, his heart's on flame in the valleys. They call his name. Through the fields where the poppies grow, he remembers the brave of long ago. For his country, peace for home, for the land where wild winds roam. Through fire and pain, through tears that lean, he fights for love, he fights voice on mountain high. The echoes ring, the eagles fly. His queen beside him, hand in hand. Their hearts the soul of this sacred land. Raise the banner red and bright, for sinless pride, for love and light. Poppies bloom where heroes sleep, in the promise of the valley's deep. Under the red dragon's sky, finds the love that never dies. With friends and fire and hearts that burn, to his queen he will return. He's a Spawntrooper, strong and true. With every dawn his soul renews, in the sunshine, in the rain. For his queen he'll rise again. Whispers of wind in the valley side, still the dragon flies on high.
Dum da dum da dum 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 da dum da dum da dum 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 da dum da dum 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 da dum da dum dum. Down in the valleys over cobblestone streets lives a Welshman proud with the funniest feet. He don't wear loafers, he don't wear suits. He walks through town in his Aku boots. Aku, Aku, hear the sound when Spawntrooper's boots come stomping around. The townsfolk laugh, the children cheer. Spawntrooper's walking, we know he's near. At the market square, folks turn their heads. Echoes of Aku wake sleepers from beds. The baker, the butcher, the blacksmith too, they all know the rhythm of his Aku shoe. Aku, Aku, hear the sound when Spawntrooper's boots come stomping around. The townsfolk laugh, the children cheer. Spawntrooper's walking, we know he's near. Some say it's magic, some say it's fate. Others think his boots just squeak when he's late. But no matter the story, one thing rings true: he brings joy to the town with each Aku. Aku, Aku, loud and clear. The Welshman's boots bring smiles and cheer. From hillside farms to the seaside blue, all of Wales knows the sound of Aku. Now the folks all say when they gather round, these boots cost $1.90, worth every sound. Every stomp, every step through the whole darn town. Spawntrooper's Aku will never let you down. What's that sound? Singer Aku, Aku, ringing round. Singer Aku, Aku, from the hills to the valleys too. All together, Aku, 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 Aku.
Meister Chailor, gidder dies, gidder fancy.
Din, go sit down with your fancy boots, man.
Now, just very quickly, 2 more songs I'm going to play out of respect for everyone and because I think some people are missing it. So first things first. All right. let's do this one.
This one's going straight from our hearts to the boots of the Valley Knight Spawntrooper, baby. You've got these crampons skanking in love.
This one's going straight from our hearts to the boots of the Valley Knight. Spawntrooper, baby, you've got us skanking in love. He's got boots full of rhythm and a stare like tea, trooping through the hills humming harmony. He don't say much, but he speaks in bass, and we melt like butter when he looks our way. He swapped his shield for a velvet beat, daffodils tucked where the skankin' meets. Oh, trooper, trooper, we see you glide, got us floating in lace through the countryside. We love you, Spawntrooper, slow like honey, sweet like rain. We love you, Spawntrooper,
slipping through our window pane.
we love you, Spawntrooper,
Like a lemon on a lazy breeze.
you make our hearts go loopy
With your reggae melodies. There's a tambourine moon in your knapsack, boy, and your dub-plate dreams feel like lemon joy. You skank on clouds, we follow slow. Your rhyming boots, you steal the show.
We'd write your name on a biscuit tin, crochet your face on a jacket pin. We'd kiss your shadow if it walked our way. Spawntrooper, you make rainy days okay. We love you, Spawntrooper,
Soft like fog and daffodil dew.
we love you, Spawntrooper,
We'd skank all day just dreaming of you.
we love you, Spawntrooper,
Socks on the line, beats in our teeth.
we are the crampin' sweet and slow.
And we love you so eternally. They call him Spawntrooper.
They call him Spawntrooper,
They call him Spawntrooper.
we are the crampons.
They call him Spawntrooper.
Yep. And one more, because I know you guys go crazy on this song. So it's only fair, because we're talking about the crampons, it's only fair to play it.
Spawntrooper, he don't beat round the bush, man. He just say what he do and he mean what he say, man. Laid back boots in a hillside breeze, sipping Dr. Pepper with his dragon at ease. Loofah, loofah, he like many gifts of the loofah. Loofah, loofah, leaves him hanging in his barracks like a banner. He scrubs truth into the skin of the land with a daffodil smile and a calloused hand. Don't mess with the Englishman, I mean the Irishman. Wait, the Scottish man. Oh shit, I mean the Welshman. He'll give you a stare and a proverb too, then vanish on a mountain like the mist do. He don't need no war, no heavy command, just a melody line and a sponge in hand. When Babylon's stress tries to ruin his calm, he just hums and he scrubs like a loofah bomb. Loofah, loofah, he's the hillside soother. Trooper, trooper, the drillpa mover. He sings what he means and he means what he says. Spawntrooper got the grime of the world washed away. Spawntrooper, he don't beat round, he just be round. Loofah man, cleaning the vibe of the whole damn land. Trooper, trooper, loofah man, cleaning the vibe of the whole damn land.
And there you go. Joey, naughty, but under the circumstances, just once, I will, just this once, all right, because I'm a nice guy, all right, and because I don't mind, here is Joey's link. Now, hang on a minute, Mr. Lady. First of all, I'd just like a big shout out, a big thank you to DJ Ratters for the intro music and all the music he's helped me with. JK Films as well for you know, supporting and helping me with that, because I'm really crap at my music. And also Mr. Lady for that beautiful song she created for me, and I really do appreciate that. And the graphics as well, the picture that you saw. So a big thank you for that. It's funny what the jock and knees can do for you. Yes, you did ask. Yeah, not a problem, Joey. But yeah, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the facts. And listen, look, hello, Marley, my dear. You just missed it. You just missed all the tunes. Here's the thing I want to make absolutely sure that everyone understands. If Mr. Hales sees this stream or not, I don't really care, because I don't want kudos credit. I don't want to sit on his lap and go, hey, look, you know. And also, I'm not employed by him. I speak for myself. I speak from observation. I say it as I see it. And, you know, and to be perfectly honest with you, I hope they are both doing okay, physically and psychologically, with all the strain that's going on them at the moment. But the fact that you've got an individual who sat on the platform and lied, made accusations, I really do hope, and this is a message from me personally to you, Jeremy, I hope that you will take legal actions against what was said against you on there, because that there is definitely a no-no. Making out those type of accusations is wrong. Now, I don't care what happens. I'm not interested in, you know, I mean, I don't care if I'm mentioned by him or anyone else. I really don't, because at the end of the day, if you don't like the truth, don't lie. If you don't like being caught out in your lies, don't say them in the first place. Don't speak. Make sure you got facts. Make sure. And here's another thing, right? You can post any crap you like, but there's an old saying, too little, too late. You made your bed, you lay in it. And back to Jeremy Hales, you know, just stand your ground, and, you know, if you have to take legal actions, take legal actions. But the fact that an individual who's already a defendant in a federal case, not one, I think multiple, you know, anyway, connected to all of them in one way or the other for the amount of grifting they do. Why people give their money to these individuals is beyond me. What I would say is this: do your own research. Find the facts. Hi, Seagull. Find the facts. Do your own research. Because then when someone says, oh, they said this, it's true, they said it, and it did happen. Well, actual fact, no, it didn't. Because at the end of the day, if the police or anyone is investigating a crime or anything associated to a crime, they would not be discussing it either with the witness or the victim or with anyone else. The only thing they would do is ask the victim or the person, you know, who's suspected of committing the crime. They would just ask them questions. And if they believe that the individual has broken the law, they will either arrest them or get evidence together to get an arrest warrant, right, and then arrest them. The fact that these individuals just sit on their platforms and make accusations, and they're not the only ones who do this. And the fact that people still sort of believe what comes out of their mouth is beyond me. Now, I get it. people don't like me because I'm outspoken and I say it as it is. But like I said, it's just one of those things. If you don't like what you're hearing, don't give people the ammunition to say it as it is. I appreciate that, Eric. I really do. I'll touch base with you once I've had some sleep because, oh my God, it's 4:30 in the morning. And no, my insomnia hasn't kicked in. I'm just very busy at the moment. I've been editing, and I mean, I have been editing. I think I have so far edited up to 3 weeks worth of content. And one thing I do want to do is I want you to go and check. Oh, no, wrong one. Please hold. My apologies. That is the wrong link. That is the wrong freaking link. Please, oh, no, wrong. That's no. No, that's the wrong one. Right, okay. That is the one I want to share. I want you to go and check this out. I know. Go and check it out. Go and check the video out because there's going to be some interesting content coming. And, you know, any support and all the support, I really do appreciate it. And, yeah, you'll be, yeah, and share the word because the thing is, I've decided to separate the games and stuff from this. I mean, I will continue with the Stalkers R Us shopping mall. I probably might change that name. I think I'm going to change it because people use that word way too much. So I need to get hold of Amogo, and if you guys have got any other names, if you go onto my community posts, there is a post about the shopping mall game, and if you want to put in suggestions and name suggestions, and also on my the gaming channel, if you got any suggestions of games, you know, or you know anything that you want to see. One thing I can tell you now is that in regards of the driving simulators like the American Truck Simulator and the Euro Truck Simulator, they're not going to be edited that much. Now, if they get too long, then you know, if I do a trip and it's like 3 hours, then I probably might put it down to 1 hour streams, or because if I put it down any shorter, it becomes too much. You know, and at the end of the day, I want you to see what it's like if you're doing it real time. You're driving. It's just like the flight simulator. If I'm going to fly from London Heathrow to LAX or to New York LaGuardia, then it's going to be in one go. But I probably might split that up because obviously that's quite a few hours. Or I'll just cut it down into an hour's flight. You know, but yeah, any suggestions or anything else? You know. Wait a minute, what? Oh. One second, please. I just need to change a couple of things. And there you go. And I got the hint. You just get. Well, too late. There you go. And also go and check Eric out as well. Eric, if you want to post your own link, please feel free to do so. And don't forget my pretty, because you know. Oh, wait, oh there. There's my pretty, and here. What the hell? And obviously, there you go. There's Squid, right? So therefore, that's all the shout outs, call outs, and everything else. Yeah, so basically, go and check out that video. Why are we awake? Because anticipation of a civil war down there. That's why. No, I'm only joking. No, the reason being is because of the weather. The weather's changing. It happens. It's the weather and the change of timing. It gets dark quicker. Therefore, it messes with our system for a couple of weeks, and then when we get into the routine, then we get into t-shirts and shorts and walk around when it's fucking freezing. So, I hope that you guys have enjoyed tonight's stream. I really do appreciate you being here, and remember, this is for commentary, education, and constructive criticism and journalistic discussion. Right? Yeah. So, and all within this, right? The views are expressed, are opinions and interpretations of publicly available information and comments said by others. So before we go into the Q&A, I usually let Squid put that one out. It's not because I don't want to do it. It's just because it's two different genres, and no, and plus I don't have the link. And I keep on losing. I know I subscribe, but for some reason I keep on getting unsubscribed from that channel for some reason. So like Squid will just tell me off and put me in a timeout. Also check out Squid's second channel called Evidence Through Motion, which is a really good channel. So go and check that out. Very educational. Very, very educational. But ladies, why aren't you going to bed? My dear teddy bear, give your queen a hug from me. And Marlin, it is so good to see. And by the way, has anyone seen or heard from Aussie Jen? I know there's a couple of things going on, but someone let me know. And yeah. But yeah, go and check out that video, that link I just posted. If you want it again, I'll put a link in. And just to give you an idea of the flight sim, it was an interesting video to edit. Yeah, it's 8:30. Yeah. I'm actually also thinking of getting something else, but we'll talk about that some other time. But anyway, guys, we're going to go to the Q&A time. And a big shout out to Amago for creating a fantastic screenshot. That is fantastic. I mean, when I received that, I was like, whoa. Oh wait. And what you can hear in the background is actually me flying a helicopter, so I'm going to pause that. I do apologize for that. I didn't realize. No, you're very welcome, Mr. Lady. You're very welcome. Everyone is welcome here, as long as they respect each other and follow the basic rules. I've got no problem with that. And believe it or not, the stream is coming to end before I have. This is 1 hour and 26 minutes, guys. So go ahead, ask any questions. And don't forget, a lot of people are not going to like. People are not going to like what's said, and I get that. And they've already made absolutely sure that I realize that. But at the end of the day, if you don't like it, sometimes there, if you are offended just for the sake of being offended, then you shouldn't be listening to to what's being said. And if you are offended because of what a person is saying, maybe you should ask the person why they're saying it in the first place. No, I haven't, but I will do. And then I can give you my thoughts on them at a later date, if that's okay, Eric. Because to be honest with you, I'm not getting any notifications whatsoever. So let me go and have a butcher's now. Where are we? Where are you? Where I got you here somewhere. Where the hell are you? Oh, there you are. So about Phil. So are you okay, Eric? Do I have your permission to play these? Play the music? I'll play one, if that's okay with you. Hello, Gail. You've been lurking. Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, so Eric, just give me a thumbs up if it's okay to play this song, and I'll play a song called "Spirit of the Soldier." No, it's okay. So yeah, right. Okay, guys, this here is a song called "Spirit of the Soldier," and it was created 12 days ago by Eric. And here's the song.
On the battlefield I stand, dusty boots on sacred land, a heart that beats for freedom's call in the shadow of his hall. Brothers in arms, side by side, through the storm we will abide, underneath the flag's embrace, trusting in his saving grace. Spirit of the soldier strong, in his name we carry on. Army, Navy, soldier, sailor, lift your voice to our Savior. In the trenches hope remains, fighting through the blood and pain. With each prayer we march ahead, following the path he led. Honor, duty, courage true, for the red, the white, the blue. Guided by his holy light, in the darkest of the night. Spirit of the soldier strong, in his name we carry on. Army, Navy, soldier, sailor, lift your voice to our Savior. Strong, in his name we carry on. Army, Navy, soldier, sailor, lift your voice to our Savior.
Yeah, that was a nice tune, that actually. Yes, Eric, I will have a listen to the others. Actual fact, okay, that's one more from Eric. I need to, what is it? Brotherhood and Sisterhood. There you go. Wait a minute, you got. Oh, music there. Not there. Not there. Well, is it the Sisterhood behind the Brotherhood? Right. Okay, this is another song from Eric. And it's called The Sisterhood Behind the Brotherhood.
Not all women stayed where the heart light glowed. Some took the oath where the wild winds blow. Steel in their eyes, hearts brave and bold. The sisterhood behind the brotherhood. They signed their names, they held the line, shoulder to shoulder in the frozen pine. With fire and fury they stood for good. The sisterhood behind the brotherhood. They carried the weight of the unspoken war, kicking down doors. Quiet thunder, a storm that roars. The sisterhood behind the brotherhood. With grit and grace they march through fire, each step a spark to light the pyre. Their stories sing on a in shadows they stood, but hearts burned clean. They forged a path for those who dream. The sisterhood behind the brotherhood. Not every hand was stitching seams. Some gripped the steel, chased the dream. In boots that march through fire and storm, they claimed a fight that's not well known. The winds of war, they called our name. We stood as equals, played the game. Sisterhood behind the brotherhood. We bled, we stood, we did what we could. Not just shadows, not just prayers. We faced the fight, we took the stairs. The sisterhood behind the brotherhood. The pen, the sword, the pilot's wheel. Our hands could forge, our hearts could heal. through whispered smoke and shattered skies. We rose to meet the battle cries, the winds of war. They knew no face. Together strong, we took our place. The sisterhood behind the brotherhood. We bled, we stood, we did what we could. Not just shadows, not just prayers. We faced the fight, we took the stairs. The sisterhood behind the brotherhood.
Wow, those songs are really good. I mean, they are really good. So yeah, you asked me a question. What do I think about your tunes? I'll tell you one thing, Eric. You like DJ writers like J.K. Films and other people who can create music out of nothing and have them full of inspiration and positiveness and support. It's just freaking phenomenal. You know, this is just phenomenal. So thank you very much for allowing me to play two of your tunes. I've put the information in the description for anyone who's on a replay. The first song that you heard was Spirit of a Soldier by Eric, and also the song that you just heard now is called The Sisterhood Behind the Brotherhood, which is dedicated, as Eric stated, towards all the female service personnel. So yeah, a big shout out to you, Eric. Thank you very much for that. Now we go to the Q&As. So now we are closing down because, yeah. Yes, they are. Yeah. People need to remember that it's not just men who serve, but it's also women serve as well. So let's all remember that. And go and check out Eric's music. So, guys, questions. I am here. Let's go. Let's get cracking. And just so you know, there are going to be quite a few videos coming out in the next few weeks. So that you're going to quite enjoy. And also, if you want me to do more flight sim stuff, let me know. But I can assure you that the shopping mall stream is going to be happening, and hopefully I can get hold of my pretty at some point tomorrow for you and then discuss upcoming stream with her. And then I need to obviously touch base for Tuesday and Wednesday. I probably might do a game stream. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Amago. I do apologize. I hope all's good. But remember, keep positive vibes, right? And I'll chat to you in a bit. But anyway, guys, yeah. Let's if you've got any questions, let's hear them. And again, big shout out to Amago for creating a fantastic picture. Very talented indeed. So if you got any questions, please shoot them across now, because in about 4 minutes I'm going to be calling it a night, and I'm going to yeet us, delete us, and out of. Well, I'm not going to delete. I'm just going to yeet. Do. Yeah, I think he would like him. Right, I'm going to roll a cigarette while I'm here. Do you know, it amazes me. This whole thing is just absolutely amazing. You know, like I can. Oh God, I don't even know how to. Why do people just? You know, when people go to school, EDEs and retreats. Do you know what they should teach kids in school? Is to learn to think before one speaks. Do you know that there was a I can't remember where I saw it, but someone said once, or they were saying that like common sense is something that they've stopped teaching in schools, and I was like, oh, okay. And the person carried on talking. It was a video, a TikTok video, or like one of the Facebook videos, and it was like, people should be taught common sense in schools, and at the same time, I won't be going to sleep. I'm going to stay awake as long as I can now, and then get back into a normal sleep pattern because I've been quite busy editing. I mean, I've had people get hold of me and talking, and I'm editing, and I'm talking, I'm editing, and I've been editing now for, I think it's about coming up to a week now, and I've done quite a lot. I've done quite a few videos. And now that I am sort of at least 2 to 3 weeks ahead, I can take my time. I probably might do some editing tomorrow. And I'm going to be doing a couple of DIY content videos as well. So, because at the end of that, let's be honest, this shit's not going to go on it's never going to stop. Of course it's going to stop. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of people out there who are going to struggle. They won't, unless they find another niche to grift and lie about. But a Remembrance Parade was good, but tomorrow is the 11th. Tomorrow's the 11th. Wait a minute, is it? Yeah, tomorrow's the 11th. Tuesday's the 11th. So on Tuesday, me and a couple of friends, we're going to be driving down south. We're going to go and pick up a friend. It'll take a few hours to get there, but we're going to spend a night down in Cardiff. And then we're going to... Is it tomorrow night? No, it's today. Today's Monday, yeah. And basically, we're going to spend the night there. I'll take my laptop with me so I can talk to people. But the thing is, it's like, to be honest with you, Gail, some of the stuff that's going on, I just don't really want to waste my time. I mean, my streams are going to carry on, but they're going to change a little bit. They're going to be more interactive. And, I probably might speak. I'm going to just generalize everything. We're just going to talk about anything, So, because this stuff, it's just repetitive. It's like children seeking attention. And that's the problem. Yeah. And that's another thing I've learned, Eric. Daniel, you haven't failed at YouTube. It's like I've been right. Listen, I've been doing some research and watching videos and stuff. And there's creators out there who give advice about what to do and how to go by it, and everyone's got different advice to give. I got some really good advice off DJ Raz and off other people, and I took their advice because they had experience. And that advice was basically the baseline for me. And Rattus gave me a word of advice that I'll never forget, and it's that advice I'm going to pass on to you. Right? If you stick at it, it will work, but it's a hard work. It's an uphill struggle. You know, if you put the time and effort into it, right, it will work. And I'm not how can I put it? I'm not a type of person, to take advice and ignore it. Yeah. Yeah. You see, Daniel, I'm still learning everything, technically right now I can monetize if I wanted to, but I'm not even memberships. I'm quite tempted to monetize for memberships and super chats and stuff like that, but I'd rather wait. I've said why. And full monetization I can't get until I've past 1,000. So I've still got a while to go, which is a good thing because, there's one thing that no one can say that, because at the end of the day, Daniel, we're all learning. You just need to put the time and effort into it. There are free editing programs out there, called DaVinci, for example. That's a free, and it's I use DaVinci, and as you see my videos, if you look at my videos, you go from the beginning all the way to now, you'll notice that my progression in learning and adapting is becoming more and more and more. And I'm learning about transitions, fading in, fading out, transitions using, how long should the text be in, and it's all, for me, it's a learning curve. So all I can say is just stick to it, stick at it. If you do like 1 or 2 live streams a week, and you put like 1 or 2 or 3 videos up a week, 2 videos a week, the thing is, if you get into a schedule, you get into a routine, people know that, oh, wait, there's 2 videos this week. There's one going to be on Monday, one's on Friday, on Wednesday you go live. People have then a routine, so they know that you're going to be going live at that time. There's so much, but like I said, I'm still, technically, I could consider myself still a virgin to video, to YouTube. And there's probably, you, Daniel, or Eric have probably got more knowledge than I have. Hell, there could be someone in here who's got their own YouTube channel. They've probably got, a better insight of how, because this was not going to be, it was just going to be for videos, gaming videos. But obviously, with a little bit of peer pressure, I've ended up going live. And I'm glad that people like Raz pushed me to go live, which I don't regret. And I am very appreciative to Raz and to other people who've sort of like, you're walking past the bush and then you push him into the bush. I appreciate that. And I'm not going to let people forget that. I'm not going to let people forget who inspired me and who supported me and who helped me, and I will never, ever forget that. I will always name people who've supported me and helped. There are people who I don't communicate with, or, there are other individuals that have sort of gave a bit of advice that was constructive and positive, so just stick at it, and just remember that put into it is what you get out of it. And one thing I have really enjoyed is the fact that a community has built itself up through all this. You know, I mean, I've met a lot of people through this. And one thing is that you guys create the community, not me. The only thing that an individual creator does gives you that location, it gives you that place where you can create a community, and you guys are the ones who've created that community, not me. And you need to remember that. You need to give yourself a POB, because at the end of the day, you guys create the atmospherics. You create the atmosphere. You create the environment. And you know, at the beginning it was a bit rocky, but now it's perfect. And more people are seeing that. More and more people are also seeing that. I am quite a nice individual to come, you know, to talk to. But I don't tolerate BS. And you know what they say, once bitten, twice shy. You know, fuck me once, shame on me. Shame on you. Fuck me twice, shame on me. You won't get a third chance. That I can assure you of. You know, and I do care about people. I care about Texas Alien. I care about Aussie Jen. I care about Host Picker. I care about, you know, David Green. I care about Roy. I care about SMN. I care about a lot of the people that we sometimes see and sometimes we don't see. You know, sometimes they don't want to come to the stream. Sometimes they don't want to come and talk. Sometimes they just want to sit outside and just lurk, and not lurk, but just not interact because they don't want to. They just want to listen. You know. You know, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll go to streams and I'll just listen. And if I'm not enjoying the content, I'll leave. You know, if I see people like, you know, Expert, for example, when he was live, you know, I'd go in, say hello, and you know, and just hang out and just listen. I don't have, you know, if someone says hello to me, I'll say hi. But you know, if I don't want to get into a conversation or I don't want to get involved in the topic at the hand, I'll just not say anything. You know, if I don't want to. But I've had people contact me, go, "Oh, why did you ignore me in the stream? Why did you do this? Well, hang on a minute. Is there, you know, do I have to? Oh no. Well, you know, sometimes I just don't want to talk. I just want to listen. Oh, okay. Doesn't mean I don't want to talk to you. I just don't want to listen. I just don't want to talk. And that's one thing people seem to forget, right? You know, you can have a conversation. You can put comments in. But I will try to always say hello. But if I don't want to, if I don't want any interaction, I'll just not type at all. I'll just sit there and listen. And that's what I like about these communities, because there's people right now probably sitting out, not lurking, but sitting and not communicating, but just listening because they don't want to interact, or they don't have the energy, or they're tired, or you know, they just don't want to get into a conversation because, you know, that means they have to, you know, especially if they're on their phone or stuff like that. And I respect that. But then you got the negative side of it as well, where you got people sitting on the outside going, what the fuck, trying to find a reason to cause drama and negativity. But again, I don't care. You know, I really don't care. I really don't. I care about the positive people. I care about the people who just want to listen, or they want to come in and interact with you. I mean, hell, there's been times I've actually been talking, like, I've been on streams with Squid or My Pretty or someone else, and I've watched chat and people are actually having full-blown conversations with each other. And when I see that happen, I'm like, fuck yes. People are actually enjoying themselves, they're having a conversation with each other, you know, and I just let them talk and I just carry on talking about the topic I'm talking about. And I find that absolutely fantastic. And all you guys should give yourself a PLB, because you've created that environment. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, once everything calms down, I do want to start doing podcasts with people, and that's going. There's a lot of exactly. Yeah, you're just a listener. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. No one has a right to tell you you should type in here. You should interact with us. You don't have to. That's the bonus about this community. Is like, if hi, by the way. Gia. All right, and that's the best part, because at the end of the day, one thing you'll notice in this community, and in Moose's community, and in Squid's community, Eric's community, no one is forced to speak. No one is forced to speak. You are here to enjoy yourself. You are here to relax. And if it helps you to relax, then fine. Then thank you so much for trusting me and helping you relax. If you're here to have not an argument, but a constructive conversation or discourse where we can agree to disagree or disagree to agree, then that's a good thing. And that goes vice versa. But when people start getting personal and hateful and spiteful, that's where the line is then crossed, and then it's yeet. And I can assure you, like Ammo Girl, or Eric or Squid and other other creators or moderators who are in here, they know the rules, they know the score. Yes, exactly, Cynthia, exactly. But I didn't start the community. You guys started it. I just helped. I was like, here's the doors open now, in you go. Freaking that sounds weird. That sounds like, okay, that sounds a bit weird. But and what gets me is that the people who are negative, they hate group or stuff. No. I have seen people come into my chat or into Squid's or in other people's chat who go into multiple chats, and every single person has a right to do so. It's up to the creator to either block that individual from being seen, because you can block someone from being seen, so they can type whatever they want and they won't be seen. It's also up to the mods as well to not police, but to protect the community. And it's you guys who created that community, and all I'm doing is facilitate the location. That's it. It's just like on my gaming channel. I'm not going to be going live. And here's the thing: there's going to be a big difference. It's going to be day and night. If I go live on my game channel to play a game, there won't be a chat. You won't be able to talk. You won't be able to communicate, because at the end of the day, it's for entertainment only. That's why I have created that channel, to separate my decompression time and time to relax and chill out. And if I want to talk and communicate, and it doesn't mean I don't want to talk to people. It just means I just want to concentrate on having fun playing the game. And I really do hope that people don't take offense to that. And if I hope that people will understand that as well. But it's not me trying to stop people from communicating. It's a game channel. So there you go. Yeah, that's what. And another thing, notifications. That's why now I post. I'm like anything I do on either channel, I'm going to post on both channels in community posts. So it'll be an idea to make sure that you've got notifications. You hit that golden bell and make sure it's on. Sometimes I don't know what YouTube has been. Ever since I've started going live, YouTube has been like doing that. Oh, fucking hell, Daniel, you're better than me, mate. You're definitely better than me, because I haven't been able to stop yet. I'm cutting down. I have cut down. I do feel. I think it's because I'm cutting down smoking. Is that I'm, not coughing as much. Teresa, hiya. Teresa, hi, welcome. So yeah, I don't know if the people have noticed. I haven't coughed. I don't cough as much now, do I? But I do apologize for earlier on for coughing and snorting and God knows what else. Let me just turn this off now that we're in chill out mode. So yeah, there you go. And I'm glad that you guys enjoy the community and spread the word. If I'm looking for new community members who want to come in and harass me about my sheep and stuff. So I'm joking. Steve, how you doing? When did you get here? When did I miss you, Steve? I am so sorry. I do apologize. I humbly apologize. Yeah, I mean, I haven't got into that bit yet. I do have a Discord specifically for this channel. However, at the present moment, it is only designed for moderators. So, but maybe in the future, I probably might do a Discord. But I can tell you one thing now: if you think the rules here are sort of okay, on there it's going to be zero tolerance. Been looking for so if guys, if you got any questions, go ahead, because I'm gonna call it. So yeah, so I'll wait if there's any questions. And by the way, if you look at the top of, if you have a look at the top of the page, you'll see a link to my gaming platform. And if you're interested, you want to chill out, decompress, or have a little bit of a giggle, and watch my progression in video editing and everything else, please go and hit that sub button and hit that notification bell. And there'll be posts probably once a week if anything changes, and any input, suggestions of like what games or content you would like to see, and just let me know. What's the main dish you guys eat over? Well, I mean, last night, what did I have? I had mixed veg, potatoes, and I had God, what's it called again? I can't remember the bloody meat. For crying out loud, was it steak? I think it was steak. Mushroom peppered sauce, chips, and some couple of Yorkshire puddings on top of that with lots of nice gravy. That's what I had. Do you know what, Steve? I knew there was something I needed to check. I knew there was something I had to freaking look at, because I've got it written on a piece of paper right here. I've literally got it here on a piece of paper that says checkout docked. I shit you not. Right at the top here, docked, checkout docked. And then the film, Jules. I'll do that today, actually. I'll check out docked today. There you go. No, I haven't. I tried to. No, I haven't. I'll have a look at that as well, Eric. But anyway, guys, I don't want to be rude, but if no one's got any questions, I am going to call it a night. Thank you very much for coming to the cocktail night. Thanks for all the late one. Keep on forgetting what it's called, but that's beside the point. I hope that you enjoyed your stay in the cocktail bar, and that you had a good drink, and that you have got designated drivers, and if not, make sure you get an Uber. Right? You can leave your keys to your vehicles behind a bar in an envelope, and you can pick them up on tomorrow night. Again, everything that was said here tonight is personal observation and publicly available information and opinion and constructive criticism. So there you go. So if there's no questions, I'm going to call it. And I wish you all a good night. And I hope that you have a fantastic night. And to everyone who is over here in Europe, good morning. And we'll be seeing you soon. Take care, farewell, and yeet.
They go live every night selling drama on demand with crampons sitting on their ass and dicky on hand. Fake tears falling, oh I'm just speaking truth, while they pocket super chats and exploit the loons. Gator rolls in trying to act real cool, but he's stirring up heat, breaking all the rules. Haters in a circle, all bark, no bite, till Spawntrooper drops and it flips on the light. Spawntrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawntrooper, he asks the situation at hand. Spawntrooper, is weak with this one. Deuces in the mix, spinning lies for the stream. He acts like a king, but his throne's just a meme. Dodging all the questions with a scripted phrase, trying to fool the crowd, but he's just a face. Bones Lacker's got a seat at the front of the show, putting up a front, but got nowhere to go. Guano's hiding in shadows, throwing shade in the chat. They all act tough, but Spawntrooper's on that. Spawntrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawntrooper, he asks the situation at hand. With this one, now the people rise, no longer blind. The lies unravel one stream at a time. Truth's not merch, it don't come in packs. And Spawntroopers got receipts, not just attacks. He says turn off the feed, walk into the sun. This war for your mind, it's already begun. With clarity blazing like a saber so bright, he leads the way through the digital night. Spawntroopers say, I see you playing, keeping up the show, spinning your stories, but the truth starts to flow. Your gators pull high like you're some kind of lord, but all you're doing striking out with the faulty sword. You're no warrior, just a puppet on strings. Your fake crown don't mean a thing. The game's up now, you're out of move. Spawntroopers here to expose your grown. Spawntrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. Spawntrooper, he assesses the situation at hand. Trooper, then he say the words, truth don't kneel to no one man. Trooper, the force is weak with this one.
Truth will rise in the end, no place for deceit.
May grim unwind, get a whole group on. The force is weak with this whole bunch.